took my staff with me, and the replacement staff. I work in the automotive industry as a dealership parts department manager. I've been in the industry for 10 years now, but got my first manager position about 3 years ago. The auto group I worked for didn't believe in selling parts to wholesale customers. They wanted to make their full markup or not sell the parts at all. I explained to the owners and the general manager of the store that, with our brand being a low market share and not having a lot of aftermarket support, independent and chain auto repair shops would need to purchase most repair parts from a dealership, especially if the economy ever took a dive and we weren't getting cars into our own service shop. I did a lot of work as a wholesaler in the aftermarket world and was confident I could do well. They gave me their blessing and I quickly became the number 2 wholesale store in the state. Then comes October 2019. I had just come back from a vacation to find out our general manager had been promoted and we had a new rookie general manager. He wasn't so keen on my wholesale business and was concerned at the dollar amount of parts we had in stock. I showed him that my idle inventory, parts that had not been sold in over a year, was way below the national average. We were doing well, and beating every metric and record set for us. Pretty soon he stopped including me in manager meetings and treated the service manager like he was my boss. The service manager and I are good friends and have always treated each other as equals. COVID happens and they tell me at 5 p.m. on March 31st that as of April 1st my staff will be furloughed. I am now working open to close. 11 hours shifts. 6 days a week. I ask, what about my wholesale? How am I going to take care of my customers? F your wholesale. If they want the part, they can come get it. So, I come in early to run overnight deliveries, shut down during lunch to run deliveries, and leave early to run afternoon deliveries. Utilized Lyft to run parts and then collect payment myself later. After a month they let me bring one guy back, but weren't going to let me bring the third. I was able to convince them, but was done dealing with them and their immoral business practices. I went to a competing dealer that I knew was looking for just a parts counter spot. Brought all of my numbers and showed how much I grew the previous store. We were able to negotiate a deal where I came over to replace their lackluster manager. Brought my team with me. Everyone got a substantial pay raise. And I negotiated 2 weeks paid off in the first month as I was expecting my first child. I did my best to train the replacement they found for me at the old store, and handed them the resume of the guy the first wanted to hire when I was ready for my fourth. After 6 months, the parts manager there quit, citing a hostile work environment, and I convinced my owner and general manager to let me steal their counterman. That was my guy. Anyway, they had to all but shut down the wholesale business I created. Didn't know how to do factory returns or manage the department. And in the 6 months it has cost them almost $200,000 in lost revenue and performance bonuses from the manufacturer. Oh, and that device manager I was friends with? He jumped ship about a month before me. We're at the same store now and have brought the best service writers and technicians with us too. Yet another example proving that people don't quit jobs. They leave bad managers. Congratulations to you and your team on your new positions. That's such a wholesome outcome, for your team at least. Excellently done.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Aircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.